Now it's time to do our annotations. And what that means is we're going to do something like we've done for the photo credits, where we have a thumbnail of the picture that we used earlier in the project and a description of the photo. And you're going to be identifying the plants that you added. So we'll be starting on slide 3, since that's the first slide we added photos. And we have some spots lower down where we're going to add these. So our first step is going to be shrinking down our media window a little bit. And I'm actually going to move everything over to the right so that I can pretend I have two monitors a little bit better. Because we're also going to be working with our greenhouse results. So you won't have to move things around though. But do make your media window a little bit shorter because we're opening up one more window called the inspector. And we want that over on the right hand side with our media window. If they overlap a little bit like this, that's okay. We do want to be on the ruler tool here, the metrics inspector, because we're going to be using some information here in a moment. Now we can start by selecting each of our photos here. And we can do that a couple ways. Easiest way is probably to click just above one of the photos and then drag a box so that all three get selected. Don't select the text, so don't click too high up. Click lower down so you just get the photos. You can also click on one, hold down the command key, and then click on the other two, and then let go of the command key. But I think drawing the box is a bit faster. Once we have them selected, we can right click on one of them, there we go, and choose copy. Let's go to slide 10. We want to make sure that these guidelines, these yellow lines, are visible. So if they're not visible, go up to the View menu and choose Show Guides. So if I had them hidden, it would say Show Guides. Here we can right-click and choose Paste. And the very first thing we do before we click or do anything is go up and click on the Group button up in the toolbar here. We want all three of them to be one big thing, one object. Because we're going to go up here in our ruler tool in the inspector and change the width to 300 pixels. Then press the return key. And we have them all shrunk down nice and neat so that they fit perfectly in this spot right here. And then we have another spot right here for the next three, and another spot here for the images on slide 5. Now the next trick is to figure out the names of these plants. I'm going to double click on the first one so just it is selected, and I can come up and see in the inspector that it's image 37. So I need to find image 37 and then find the tag that goes with it. Chandelier plant. Because our numbers may not match our records perfectly, and we find that this is fairly common. So let's find 37 first of all, and here it is. So 37 says coleus, haha, but we know it's the one before, chandelier plant, so we saved ourselves getting the wrong one there. I'm going to click on the little gray I button beside the name of the plant to get up this info window, and I'm going to select the text in this white box up here. So I'm going to click to the left of the name and then just drag to the right so that I get all the text selected. Don't move your mouse down because you'll select other stuff that we don't want. So just straight across. When you see all the text is selected, we can let go and then right click on our selected text and choose copy. Come over to Keynote, right click and choose paste. And that gives us a nice label here for the plant, and I'm going to stick this one, since it's the leftmost plant, up in the top left of this section here that we can use for our text labels. We'll do the same thing for our second one. So double click on the middle plant. It's number 8. Let's go find number 8 in our list. Number 8 is Norfolk pine. So we'll come over to our information. I know number 8 is going to be on the first thing here, and it's the right one. Click on the information button so that we load in Norfolk Pine. Select all of that, right click, copy, come over to Keynote, right click, paste. And since this is the middle one, I'm going to find that I get this extra guideline that pops up that lets me know that the middle of this one is lined up with the middle of these guys. So that's perfect. So I'll pop that in there. Double click on my last one. It's number 20. Here's number 20. It's the Yellowwood Sorrel. Come over. I think 20 is on my... Yep, same one. Click on the I button. Select my text. Right click, copy. Come over to Keynote. Right click, paste. And I can put this one at the bottom left of this box. And you'll see that we get another little hint. It's very hard to see because it's yellow, but tells me that the distance between all three is the same. And that completes our first one. Now we can repeat the exact same steps for slide 4. Select our images, right click, copy, come back to number 10, right click, paste. We want to group, change the width, 300, move them down into position. Now because we're really close to the middle of the slide, and we get that extra guideline, it's snapping, it's not letting us put it exactly where we want, so we can just nudge it down with the arrow keys a teeny bit. Then we can do the same thing for the names. We want to double click on our first one. That's number 49. Let's find number 49. That means it's the passion flower. Come over here. 49. Aha, passion flower. Close. Uh-oh. Alright, so I think we might have typed in the name passion flower. So if you typed in your plant name, you'll get an error message like this. So we're going to do something close. We might as well come back here. I'll select this text label and I'm going to copy it. So right click, copy, and then right click, paste. And I'll put that up here. And I'm just going to edit it. So I'll double click to edit it, and I'm going to select the text in here, making sure I keep the quotation marks. And I can type in passion flower. If we go back to our notes, it is, and I can copy this, tropical rainforest. And I'm going to paste and match style so that it keeps it the same as what's in there. Otherwise it'll be white and bold like it is on the web page. And we don't know the continent it came from, so I'm going to select Europe and delete that part out. And that'll be close enough. And there we have our first set completed. And we're going to do the same thing with slides 6 and 7 on number 11. And so here's slides 6 and 7 finished off. The one for slide 8 is going to be a little bit different because we're going to copy form and symmetry separately. So I'm going to select just the 3 form images, copy those, come to number 12, right click and paste. Again we want to group, and again we want to change to 300, and we've got a spot for these guys right up here. And then I would do the names. Once I've got those, come back up and just select my two symmetry ones, right click, copy. Number 12, right click, paste, group, 300, and pop into place. Might need to nudge a little bit here. And then do the names for these. And here we have slide 12 finished off. Congratulations! If you've gotten this far, then you are welcome to certainly watch the next movie about doing the collage.